part of the video. In this segment, I'm going to be looking at some hands where I open from the button or cutoff and get 3-bet by the blinds. This first hand here, I've got 8s, folds to me on the button, I open, and the big blind, Blueberry Muffin, 3-bets me to 48 to 3 1/3 times the open, which is on the smaller side for a re-raise from the blinds, but pretty normal. I expect my opponents to re-raise anywhere from 3 to 4 times the size of my bet when I open from the button and get re-raised by one of the blinds. He's been re-raising me pretty wide so far this session. Well, actually, he's re-raised me a number of times, and I've folded to all of them when it's folded to me on the button and I've opened. So I can't know for sure that he's been re-raising with a wide range, but he's been re-raising frequently, and it's likely that he's re-raising with a wide range. I decide that I've got to call the 8s here, given that. I think it's about the smallest pair I would call, though the way this dynamic had been playing, there's a good chance I would re-raise and stack off with some of the smaller pairs like 7s, 6s, and 5s, expecting to get folds on the re-raise a lot of the time. Against this raise and against a player who I think is making it pretty wide, I'm going to be calling a lot with 8s, 9s, 10s, and jacks. All those hands I'll be re-raising and stacking off a decent amount too. Queens and kings I'll be mostly re-raising and stacking off, and then aces again I'll be sometimes re-raising and stacking off, and more often just calling them to slow play, and hope I can get a lot post-flop. 8s I like to just call because there are a lot of boards that are pretty bad for them and a lot of boards that are pretty good, and this way I can not put in too much right now and stack off only on the pretty good boards. So I call, and that's just about as good boards get. He follows up with a pretty large continuation bet. If he had continuation bet smaller, maybe half pot here, I'd have to think about raising, but because he's leaving only one pot size bet left to play, and I expect him to continue with bluffs here a very large amount of the time when I just call, I'm going to just call it and plan on calling off the rest on pretty much any turn other than an ace or maybe a king.